Thursday morning. What up?
Good morning. Welcome to Power Up with Max. Now, there I was, right by my door, and these two awesome ladies came through the door, and I said, "You're doing a Power Up with me today." Brain science is changing, right?
Yeah, it is. Super rapidly, actually.
So what we do is we help Diana make sure that all of her research for BOLD is on point.
Yeah, because I don't want to say anything bad. Well, first of all, to make certain we're on point, are you guys from Austin?
No, actually, I moved here about 2 years ago from North Carolina. So shout out to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Woohoo, okay.
And I moved here from LA.
From LA? Well, they may want to know your names as well.
Oh, I'm Madeline.
And Megan.
See, Madeline and Megan, I mean, come on, we're having so much fun. Brain science keeps changing, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And they keep finding more and more things like there's neurons in the stomach, there's neurons in the heart. Our body and our mind actually work together, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, so what are some of the things that you found out recently?
Actually, I was just reading about a study, the fact that pain, like psychological and emotional pain and physical pain, actually are activated in the same parts of the brain. And they did like this whole thing about Tylenol. They were curious if like physical pain blockers like Tylenol would actually make an impact on how you felt emotional pain. And so they would have some people take a placebo, and then some people take Tylenol and then put them in a like stressful social situation. And the people who had Tylenol felt less like pain, emotional and psychological pain from
So
the
it blocked
interaction. Yeah, it blocks both physical and psychological pain.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
See, all the stuff in bold, we want to make certain that it's absolutely correct. What else have we found out?
So, like you said, brain science changes really fast. Just in the past 10 years, scientists have invented what they call microelectrodes. So what they can do is they can actually measure the activity of individual neuron cells, which is really interesting in its application for brain plasticity, which means that we have the power to change our brains. If we are very anxious, we have the power to get out of those thought cycles. And they actually have shown that with these microelectrodes lighting up on computer screens and actually seeing thoughts move through your brain.
Isn't it interesting? Because, see, the language of sales, they literally hooked up the electrodes to the brain, and they found that certain language patterns actually light up the amygdala, which is part of the brain that we make decisions with, right? Mm-hmm. So everything that I read and study, and they read and study, we've got to make certain that they are absolutely the same. What happens when I read something and you read something and it's different?
I mean, we usually we'll write reports and research and we talk about it, and we try to make sure that everything that we give you is like cutting edge up to date.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really important because it's all about you. We never want to give you anything that doesn't help you. And the main fact that you can change your brain, I think that's pretty doggone exciting.
Yeah,
see, you can become anybody that you choose to become because it is about be, do, have, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's not about having it first or doing it first. It's about being it first, and then you get to do and have. And after all, do you want to be a great person? I do. Do you?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I do. One more video for us that I don't know if this is the one I'm looking for. It has Rocky on the front, so it's gonna be good. Come on.
It's got a 5 different song playlist, 4 of them Hans Zimmer. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside, and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. Protect it. They can't do something themselves. They tell you they can. You want something? Go get it.
Don't be afraid to fail. You can't always win, but don't be afraid of making decisions.
You have to believe that something different can happen. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. And most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it bad and then you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
Deep down, ask yourselves, who do you want to be? And figuring out for yourselves what makes you happy, no matter how crazy it may sound to the people.
Make a choice, right? Just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide.
Why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why. Why can't I do that?
What did you say to the kid? It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
Get up. And don't ever give up.
We can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time. To be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. Most of you won't be successful because when you study it and you get tired, you quit. I don't do well in math. You're right. You ain't never studied. I'm not good at writing because you have never written before. Natural skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of being on your craft. If you are not making someone else's life better, then you're wasting your time. Don't try to give up. Try to keep going. Don't try to quit. You already get paid. You already got it. Get on the water burns. Now if you know what you're worth, then money tell what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits. And not point fingers saying you ain't what you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. Because every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. one man or a group of men, but it all is in you, the people, have the power. The power to create machines, the power to create evidence. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Now, what are you going to do?
Those are all really cool things, but the words are done, so I'm cool. Go ahead. Yeah, thank you, Michael. That video is called Why Do We Fall? I watched it this morning. And the biggest thing that I took out of it, I'm just going to share this real quick, and then we're going to jump into talking about what Diana was talking about in regards to our brain chemistry and having the power to change it. Our greatest fear isn't being inadequate. It's knowing the power we contain and not being it, not using it. Man, that blows my mind every time I think about it. The fear that we think is because we're not adequate enough or we're not good enough or whatever it is. It's not actually that. That's a lie. It's a deception. Our greatest fear is knowing that we have the power and the power that we have and not being it and not using it. I mean, for me, it hits me right on the head every single time, right in the heart. Because I think we like to talk about fear in a way like a fear about us. But guys, deep down, we know the power we have. We've seen it in glimpses, and then we forget about it, and then we'd rather say it's fear of the unknown or fear of inadequacy rather than recognizing, no, it's fear because we know our potential, yet we're not walking in it on a daily basis. I'm not saying we have to be perfect because we won't. We'll be severely disappointed every single day if we think that we have to be perfect. But I think we're selling ourselves short when we're buying into the lie that it's fear of inadequacy. That's not it. It's not it at all. So what Diana was saying, and what's really cool, the girl with the colored hair I got to meet when I was in Texas, she spoke. And she's just really smart. They got really good teams down there in Texas, which is kicking out all of KW's stuff for all of us brokerages across the country. But I have experienced the Tylenol thing, straight up. Like, if I'm, like, needing something, and, like, right now I'm not drinking or doing anything, take a couple Tylenol, and it just takes the edge off enough. Last night I needed it just to go to sleep. So yeah, do you guys have anything to say in regards to your brain power? Like, do you guys know how powerful you are?
I do.
For sure. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I think we all do.
Deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
That's right. We are powerful beyond measure.
Yep. Which is true, because most people, why don't they try to go succeed? Why don't they try to do this? Because they don't want to fail.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's fear of failure.
Yeah.
It's fear of getting hit and knocked down.
Mm-hmm. They just don't even want to get hit.
They don't want to get hit at all.
They're fine where they are. Yeah.
And I'm going to just say this because it's, most of the stuff I say, guys, is because I'm going through it myself, either right now or I have in my life. I got really good at getting hit and getting knocked down and getting back up. And then there comes a time when you get comfortable and complacent and where you don't want to get hit anymore. You feel like you've gotten hit enough, you've got knocked down enough, you failed enough. Guys, you're never going to stop failing, and you're never going to stop getting hit if you're doing anything worthwhile. If you're an influencer, you will be hit for every day of your life.
Absolutely.
Because they're trying to stop the influence that's in you.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's right.
I love it.
That's right.
Relentless.
It's so true. It's so wild to me. I mean, I sit here and I'm just like, I get lost in this stuff, and then I'm like, oh crap, I gotta talk to you guys now, because like I get in my own head so much, and it almost like saddens me that I fear failure, or I fear falling down, or I get sick of getting knocked down, when really, when I'm not getting knocked down is when I'm doing the least. When life's great and I'm complacent and everything's good, I'm probably doing the least. Like, whoa, what a wake-up call. At least for me personally.
You get comfortable.
You get comfortable, and isn't it what we want? And society teaches us, just get comfortable, make your money, sit back, relax, chill. Yeah, because then it takes away all the power that you're supposed to have in this world. It takes away the influence you're supposed to have on people around you. Of course the world's going to tell you that. They want you weak.
Yeah.
They want you weak and complacent. They want you distracted on all the things that don't matter. That's their goal. So I just want to encourage you guys that if you haven't failed recently, I encourage you to go out and try failing today. Because if you're going out and you're failing, that means you're doing something worthwhile. If you're going out there and you're not failing, that means you're probably not doing enough. I'm going to say that one more time for myself. If you're not going out there and failing, you're probably not doing enough. That just really resonates with me in so many different ways. And it needs to be an encouragement, too. Anyone who's watching this, or who's here in this room right now, who is going through something or getting resistance, guys, you're doing something right. More than likely, you're doing something right. So let me just encourage you guys. Keep fighting. Keep failing. Keep standing back up and keep fighting. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about or got out of that? Anything you wrote down that was important or stood out to you? I will ask this general question. What does it look like to fail in real estate?
It's 100 different ways to fail.
Right?
Yeah.
That exciting though?
Like a failure is someone saying, when you call someone and they say, no, not interested whatsoever, that's a failure. You just in anything. You know, there's some people who they're jump on the phones once and then they'll jump on the phones again for like another year.
That's right.
Yeah, there's so many different ways. You know, something can fall out of escrow. A home could expire. Someone could cancel on you.
Yep.
You could get a 4.9 review on Zillow and not a 5. You could.
That hurts.
That's rough. There's so many ways. You can get fired. You could get.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so true.
In life. Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to what I had said previously. If you haven't failed recently, what aren't you doing? It's not what you're doing. If you haven't failed recently, what aren't you doing that you should be doing? I can tell you in real estate, the biggest thing is going to be lead generation. It's the one thing that keeps our business afloat, and it's the one thing that we despise the most. It's like a catch-22. But it's the truth. We can fail every single day in lead gen and have more business than the person that doesn't fail once in a whole year. And that's just a wild concept to get my brain around. Even when it comes to my stuff on the recruiting side or just this office in general, like, man, it's a good reminder to me. All right. Talked a lot about failure. How are we going to win today? How are we going to win today? What does it look like to experience a failure in real estate? Let's say that we had someone cancel an escrow drop, or we had 10 calls, 20 calls in a row where we all got no's. How do we defeat that failure? How do we beat it?
Fall forward.
Fall forward. What does falling forward mean? You do it again and you do it better. You get yourself up and you do it again until you get that one yes. Because anyone who's been in real estate or in sales or in any industry knows that one yes weighs a lot more than those 20 no's. And you have to remind yourself of that on a minute-by-minute basis when you're on lead gen time. Whether it be phone, text, Facebook messages, emails, door-to-door sales. Guys, there's lots of ways to do it. Whatever works for you. I encourage you to maximize that. But when you start failing a lot, know that you're close to a breakthrough. Failure is the beginning of success, and the faster that you fail, the faster you will succeed, which is extremely contrary to what we want and what we feel like we deserve. And that level of entitlement is a false belief, and it's a limiting belief, and it will hold you back for your whole life if you buy into it. All right, bold law. Bold law time. I'm just going to say the one that they said on Diana's Power Up this morning. It's be, do, have. And it's funny because I've been talking about if you want your business to be better, you have to make yourself better, which I never looked at be, do, have and thought of it like that. I just didn't. So the be in be, do, have is being the person that you need to be for your people. The doing and the have is just a fruit of being who you need to be. Being who you need to be in your business, whether it's doing lead gen, whether it's doing follow-up. Follow-up is lead gen, but designating some time for each I would encourage, because they're two different animals. I think you guys can agree with that. So allowing time for both is important. So be, do, have starts with the be, though. Being who you need to be. Working on you. Michael, what else we got?
Life by design, not by default.
Life by design, not by default. What does that mean to you?
Never settle. You get to choose what life you want to live.
That's right. You might not be able to control your circumstances, but you do have the power to control where you're going, where you're heading, and who you are. Not who you've been, but who you are. Because if we focus on who and what we've been, it will prevent us from getting to where we're supposed to go and be our true selves and who we are. So life by design, not by default, means taking responsibility for yourself, taking accountability to yourself, running the play on a daily basis. At that point, you are going to live by design and not by default. You won't be subject to your circumstances and your emotions. You're going to be subject to the truth of who you are and what you do, which is a very, very big and important concept. And guys, I hope you realize this is so much more than just real estate. It's like real estate's at the bottom. Like life in general is what we're focusing on. Business is just a subsidiary of a good life. It's a very small piece of it. It can be very big, and if you use it in your own personal life, business has changed me in that way. It's made me better. And that's why I think anyone who's in real estate has the potential to be someone so great and so influential if you don't let this business get the best of you and change you. So life by design and not by default. Is there anyone else who wants to share? Alrighty, that's it. I appreciate you guys. This was the Thursday morning Power Up. I can't believe it's Thursday already. Let's have a killer day today. Michael, you want to go and get ready to shut this off?
Yeah, let's shut this off.
Not shutting you off. You're just getting started. Go fail.
Power up.
Go fail today.
Yeah.
Fail forward.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Fail
Thank
best.
you.